Coming up on Cronkite News tonight, Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego meets with President Joe Biden today to discuss possible infrastructure framework.
And President Biden has nominated a former Arizona senator to serve as the U.S. ambassador to Turkey. We'll give you the details.
On Break It Down, dealing with post-pandemic social anxiety.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Erin Slindy.
And I'm Gianluca D'Elia. Thank you for joining us.
Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego met with President Joe Biden today in Washington, D.C. She is trying to build support for a plan that could bring billions into infrastructure improvements. Reporter Julia Sandor caught up with Gallego after the meeting with the president.
A bipartisan delegation of governors and mayors visited the president to discuss a federal infrastructure plan. Mayor Kate Gallego is one of the 8 members supporting the framework. The plan, called the Bipartisan Infrastructure Framework, would cost about $1.2 trillion. They want to build and expand roads, water systems, and railroads, among other physical infrastructure, over the next 8 years. They are also hoping to start projects that include green energy and electrical infrastructure. Biden emphasized that infrastructure is essential to the economy and to the job market across the country. Gallego believes the framework will have a positive impact and help the city of Phoenix.
The president was very aware of the issues facing Phoenix. He talked specifically about the Colorado River and the Hoover Dam, some of the drought issues we're facing, and how we can help prepare and become more resilient. We also spoke about the semiconductor economy in Phoenix and some of the infrastructure we need for those very high-wage jobs.
For Arizona, the money from this project would go towards water storage improvements, expanding transit options, wildfire prevention and cleanup, and many other infrastructure needs. If passed, it will be the largest transportation project approved by Congress, and it's not expected to increase taxes. In the Broadcast Center, Julia Sandor, Cronkite News.
President Biden has nominated former Senator Jeff Flake to serve as U.S. ambassador to Turkey. Flake becomes the second Arizona Republican selected by Biden for a diplomatic post. Cindy McCain, the wife of the late Arizona Senator John McCain, was nominated last month as the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations Agencies for Food and Agriculture. Flake represented Arizona in the U.S. Senate for 6 years and in the U.S. House for 12 years before that. After retiring from the Senate in 2019, he endorsed Biden in the 2020 presidential race. Upon his retirement, Flake said he was no longer in step with the Republican Party in the era of former President Donald Trump. ASU political science professor Michael Hector said the nomination will likely cement Flake's status as an outcast of the GOP, but it also carries potential benefits.
I think it can burnish his credentials as a sort of a senior statesman, and might open up certain kinds of other possibilities down the road for him, even if they're not within the Republican Party. For instance, he could join a think tank, he could become a professor.
In a statement, the former senator said he is honored and humbled by the nomination, which reaffirms, quote, the credo that partisan politics should stop at the water's edge.
A record number of people overdosed on drugs during the pandemic. 93,000 people died in the U.S. last year, according to the CDC. That's a 30% increase from 2019. Specifically, opioid-related deaths also increased about 51,000 in 2019 to about 70,000 in 2020, making up about 75% of drug overdoses last year. The CDC revealed provisional data of overdose deaths by state. Arizona recorded 2,600 overdose deaths in 2020, up 600 cases. Arizona has passed a couple of harm reduction laws in effort to decrease this number. Fentanyl drug analysis strips are now legal in the state, as is providing clean needles.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement announced it's expanding vaccinations for immigrant detainees. A nationwide distribution is underway after the Department of Homeland Security received 10,000 Johnson & Johnson vaccine doses to be distributed within the ICE detention centers. These detention centers reported 20,000 confirmed COVID cases and 9 deaths in the last year. The decision to vaccinate detainees in these facilities comes after whistleblowers claimed the Biden administration didn't do enough to vaccinate immigrants in custody. The American Civil Liberties Union claims that the ICE detention centers are some of the worst COVID hotspots in the nation. They said the centers have positivity rates 5 times greater than prisons and 20 times greater than the general U.S. population. Rain across the state is raising concerns of flooding in wildlife burn areas. Details on the flood warnings and why wildfires cause issues.
And 3 Phoenix Mercury players are participating in the WNBA's All-Star Week. Hear what the players have to say as they get ready for the All-Star Game.
When you support Arizona PBS, you plant a seed. Seeds that provide educational outreach in our community. Seeds that put our digital resources to work. Seeds that foster the trusted news coverage you expect from PBS. And seeds that continue the amazing PBS programs you love. But our garden can't keep growing without your support. Visit our website to see all the ways you can help our garden grow. Plant a seed with Arizona PBS today.
Cronkite News provides students at ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism with the opportunity to gain real-world experience in the newsroom. At Cronkite News, our students produce professional content for audiences by taking on all roles, whether they be reporting, anchoring, producing, or studio production. Each department gives students first-hand professional newsroom experience. For more information, visit cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Trails on 2 popular mountains will be closed when temps climb. That was the decision last night from the City of Phoenix Parks and Recreation Board. As Tina Giuliano reports, members approved a new program that would impose restrictions on trails at Camelback Mountain and Piestewa Peak.
Caitlin Walker is no stranger to Camelback Mountain.
Within the last year, I'm here consistently 5-6 days a week.
For her, the trails are better than any treadmill.
It's the best kind of cardio. I'm out in nature. I don't feel like I'm doing work.
The trails aren't always easy, especially with the heat, she says.
I choose to come to Echo because it's a bit challenging and I enjoy it. And honestly, when the sun's up, it's a little bit more covered versus Piestewa where it's all open.
But starting this Friday through September 30th, hiking Echo and Cholla trails at Camelback Mountain and Piestewa Peak Trail at Piestewa Peak will be restricted when the thermometer hits 105 degrees. These trails are not only difficult for the hiker, but also for the rescuer.
We just want to limit those 2 parks just because they have very unique set of circumstances to them where they are just a lot more dangerous, a lot more complicated.
Yesterday, the Phoenix Parks and Recreation Board approved this program at the request of the United Phoenix Firefighters Association. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., trailhead gates will be closed during excessive heat watch days, per the National Weather Service.
So our ask to them was that they simply restrict access to the summit trails of Piestewa and Camelback Mountain during times of extreme temperature.
This comes after 12 firefighters were sent home for heat-related injuries after rescuing multiple people.
Extreme that we did 3 in one day on the 2 separate mountains.
The move to restrict the trails was met with some debate in the meeting. Walker said for an avid hiker like herself, this isn't fair.
This is a challenging hike as is, so if you aren't a hiker, I suggest trying something a little bit easier. But the people that are here on a regular basis, it's not fair because this is our peace, this is our serenity.
The board will reevaluate the program in October. In Phoenix, Tina Giuliano, Cronkite News.
It's monsoon season in Arizona, which means several extreme weather warnings. This past week, Phoenix experienced a dozen weather warnings, from dust storms to flood warnings. The places that have been affected by these recent fires are at an even greater risk. Today and into the rest of the week, over 4 counties in the state of Arizona have been placed under flood warning, including Maricopa, Gila, Yavapai, and Pinal County. Floods could wash away driveways and roads and trigger mudslides and rock slides. As part of the flood warning, the National Weather Service told residents to move away from recently burned areas. Rainy weather could make things worse for areas charred by wildfires. Flames destroyed any plants and brush that could have absorbed all that water, leaving the area at risk for flooding. If you see a flash flood, climb up to higher ground and remember, never drive through flooded roads.
Much of the state woke up to wet streets as the storm rolled through. Even though the sun broke through, there may be more rain on the way. Let's go to Osama Adawa in the Weather Center for the forecast.
Welcome to the Cronkite News Weather Center here in Phoenix. I have an update on some of the showers we had earlier up at the Mogollon Rim. By about 8 p.m. today, it should come down into the valley. So if you do live in the valley, be on the lookout for that. We have some flash flood alerts. We're looking at the northwestern part of Maricopa County and a huge part of southeastern Arizona, and that even extends all the way out into New Mexico. We also have it up at the Grand Canyon and Page. Here are a look at our highs for tomorrow. We're looking at 104 here in Phoenix, 107 in Gila Bend, 84 degrees up at the Grand Canyon, 110 in Bullhead City and Lake Havasu City, and then a very nice and crispy 76 degrees in Flagstaff. Would be nice to be there right now. Now a quick look at our PBS 8-day forecast. We have 104 tomorrow, 106 Friday, 104 Saturday, and as far as the rest of the week is concerned, we have a chance of showers all week, so you might want to have your umbrella handy. By the time we get to Thursday, we'll be at 98 degrees, finally out of the triple digits, but don't expect that to last very long. From the Cronkite News Weather Center here in Phoenix, Osama Awadallah.
I'm Harrison Klopp. Coming up after the break, all of your Cronkite Sports Report. We'll introduce you to these lifelong Suns fans who are so devoted to the organization, they've even named their newborn baby after one of the team's superstars.
When you support Arizona PBS, you plant a seed. Seeds that provide educational outreach in our community. Seeds that put our digital resources to work. Seeds that foster the trusted news coverage you expect from PBS. And seeds that continue the amazing PBS programs you love. But our garden can't keep growing without your support. Visit our website to see all the ways you can help our garden grow. Plant a seed with Arizona PBS today.
Cronkite News provides students at ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism with the opportunity to gain real-world experience in the newsroom. At Cronkite News, our students produce professional content for audiences by taking on all roles, whether they be reporting, anchoring, producing, or studio production. Each department gives students first-hand professional newsroom experience. For more information, visit cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Harrison Klopp, and this is your Cronkite Sports Report. Only 12 athletes were selected to the 2021 USA women's basketball roster, and 3 of them are members of the Phoenix Mercury. This year, the WNBA AllStar team will take on Team USA to help prepare them for the Tokyo Olympics. Cronkite Sports reporter Aaron Slendy tells us how excited the Phoenix trio is to represent their state and their country.
This year's WNBA All-Star game is going to be different than most. The WNBA decided the players selected to Team USA will face the WNBA All-Star team on Wednesday in Las Vegas.
I don't think it'll be the traditional setting that you see. And I know I ain't letting nobody get no free layup.
No free layups.
But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a competitive environment. You know, at the end of the day, we're all competitors. We all love this game, and we all want to win.
3 players from the Phoenix Mercury will represent the red, white, and blue. Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, and Skylar Diggins-Smith will be playing for Team USA this year.
It's just a higher level, more intensity, I think. You know, of course, the Olympics is the highest tier. And then, you know, it kind of trickles down from there.
The main purpose of the game is to help Team USA prepare for the Olympics. USA will be going for their 7th straight gold medal, a streak that hasn't been broken since some of the players have been born. But with the level of international basketball getting higher each year, the players understand how crucial this game is to their preparation.
For right now, I'm just focusing on what I could do to help our team win a gold and whatever or however big or small of a role that is.
Although many of these athletes have spent the entire year competing against one another, they are looking forward to playing on the same team.
You know, it's not often you get to do what you love with people you really care about and you have a great friendship with, beyond the court. And, we've been able to do it together every step of the way.
Team USA will continue to train together in Las Vegas, playing exhibition games versus Australia and Nigeria before heading to Tokyo. In Phoenix, Aaron Slindy, Cronkite News.
Taurasi said she will not play in the All-Star game to make sure she is ready for the Olympics. A local couple has taken their love for the Phoenix Suns organization to a whole new level. Lifelong Suns fans Samuel and Griselda Lugo have named their newborn baby Devin Gray Lugo. The couple initially wanted to name their son Phoenix, but decided to go with Devin due to the superstar's impact on the city and how he embraces his Hispanic roots. Suns fans will be able to see the team in action tonight in Game 4 of the NBA Finals in Milwaukee. Unfortunately, for those wishing to attend the watch party at Chase Field tonight, the watch party has officially sold out. Today's Phoenix Rising FC's match against Oakland SC has been postponed due to positive COVID-19 cases arising within the Oakland camp. The game has been rescheduled for August 25th at Las Pastillas College. With the cancellation, the Rising's next game is Saturday at Wild Horse Pass in Chandler. That's it for your Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, Aaron and John Luca.
And that's it for Cronkite News tonight.
Thanks for joining us. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.